Crazy. I mean, yeah, I already knew that though. Damn. That sounds like it's gonna be good, actually. Holy shit, I'm actually excited to see this. Oh, damn. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Oh. Oh my gosh. No. Oh no, my God. No. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. That's a lot. I'm so conflicted because I want one, but damn, that's a heart attack. That's diabetes. That's a diarrhea. That's that's cavities. That's everything right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait. Hey y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We out here. We watching more TikToks. Hope y'all liking this TikTok. You know, we doing TikToks because they ain't gonna copyright us. You feel me? So we out here. We watching these TikToks. We getting litty. We right here with my mustaches and my little posters. They're very nice. We're just gonna get right into it. These TikToks have a theme, but I don't know. They do have a theme, right? Name? Yeah.
You want to say it?
Nah, that's not good. I'll guess the theme. That was the whole point. I'm gonna guess the theme. All right. Let's go.
Okay, so like, here's something that I need prospective uni students to hear. I wish someone
prospective
told me in high school
uni?
that the reputation of the uni that I want to go to
The
should
uni.
not be the sole reason that I want to go there. Because let me tell you, uni is 99% down to you, babes. You get so few contact hours with your professors. If you want to do well, you have to do the work by yourself. So why not do it at a university that does its best to cater towards you rather than the other way around? Because really often less selective or less competitive universities have really attractive packages because they want to encourage students to attend them. So they have graduate degree packages, law and medicine as a bachelor's rather than as a postgrad, so you don't have to pay for 2 degrees, night school, part-time uni, they've got the works. And those kinds of packages have a serious impact on the way you live your life for the next few years. You're going to do well no matter what if you want to do well.
Damn.
At any university.
Seems like it's about school stuff,
pick
but
the uni that works best around you?
fucking people in England, people in Europe, people in Europe say fucking uni, so we know where they're from. Talking about, or I think Canada. Anyway, people not in America say uni is what I meant to say. You're like, oh, uni. Yeah.
We still miss like just use college and university for the same thing. So it's
college is 2 year, university is 4 year.
There we go.
Anyway, yeah. I agree though. Yeah, definitely. Look into
So
what's
M.
best for you.
Blastroyce wants me to ruin schools, specifically American schools. I can do it, M. Blastroyce, but it's gonna be rough. If a visitor from another planet, or say Europe, came to America, there are 2 things they would think are really weird. Number 1, the way we pay for healthcare. That's a different video. But number 2, the fact that we fund public schools via property taxes. What that means is that the amount of money your school gets isn't based on need or equality, it's based on the real estate prices in your neighborhood. So if you live in this neighborhood, your school has resources up the ass. But if you live in this neighborhood, sorry, your teacher's gotta use her personal debit card to buy pencils. This means that school districts in the same state can have vastly different funding. This rich Arizona district gets to spend $25,000 per student per year. While this poorer neighborhood, 1 county over, is only able to spend $6 grand a student. So if you're wondering why we have so much income inequality in America, consider this. We know from social science that getting a good education is the most important factor in increasing your future income, yet we built an education system that gives the best education to the richest people who need the help the least. What?
Yes, may I help you today?
Crazy. I mean, yeah, I already knew that though.
Sure. First, you take the sausage and you put it on the grill.
Damn. That sounds like it's gonna be good,
then
actually.
you open the honey bun and you get it ready. Then you
Holy
break
shit,
the eggs
I'm actually
and throw it
excited to
on
see
the grill.
this. Oh,
Then
damn.
you put black pepper on the egg.
Oh my
Then
gosh,
you
I'm
put the cheese
excited.
on top of the egg and sausage. Double it up.
Oh my gosh.
Once the cheese is melted, you put it on top of the honey bun.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no, my
Now
god.
the result is
No. Oh my
Where's the bag?
fucking
oh, once we get the
God.
bag, oh, and drink, serve it to the customer.
Oh my god, that's a lot. I'm so conflicted because I want one, but damn, that's a heart attack. That's diabetes. That's a diarrhea. That's that's cavities. That's everything right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Wait. And this was in the same playlist as the last 3 videos.
I know, right? This doesn't make sense. Now I'm confused. Now I'm confused. Wow. This is not about school. Interesting.
Oh hey, let's try. Things I wish I would have known in my 20s. As a 30-something. Some friendships are just based out of convenience or shared experience. It's okay to let
Talking about
those
friendships.
evolve or dissipate. It's not your fault. Not their
Well,
fault.
that's why I title all my relationships
Just past the
as
need for each other.
relationships.
Thinking about decisions in terms of the rest of your life. Make a commitment for 3 years. 3-year increments. What are you going to do for the next 3 years? Next one might be more specific. You tend to seek out your family dynamic in your relationships because it feels familiar.
Watch out for that one.
So, watch out for that one.
Let us talk about the terms special educator, special education, or special needs. I'm a special education teacher, but rarely use the term. I'm an educator. My autistic students are getting an education. Their needs are human needs. There isn't anything special to me about that, and sadly, too often, special is used only as a term of othering. I followed the lead of a few others in my niche and started calling myself an accessibility specialist. The crux of my job is differentiating and making state standards accessible to my students. My classroom is an accessible classroom where accessibility to the environment and curriculum is top of mind at all times. My students' needs are accessibility needs. Talking about making our environments, communities, and curricula accessible can better help engage people in the actual support needed for my students compared to simply saying they're special. Their needs, my degree, and my classroom come down to accessibility. If we all put in the work to make the world more accessible, we realize that my students' needs, their right to an education, and the way I teach aren't so special after all. They are simply meeting the needs that are just as valid, just as human, just as important as any other student's needs. And that just because something is different doesn't make it wrong, extra, or special.
Took a minute. Yeah, being special, I know nothing about that. These videos are all over the place. We had the fucking honey bun bullshit, now the special one. Like, these are interesting though.
Can we talk about the difference in how teachers treat student engagement in K-12 versus higher ed? Let's do it. So I've been a teacher and administrator in K-12 in a public school district, and I am currently a teacher and administrator at a college. There's one thing I've noticed with how teachers treat the students. With K-12, their goal, the training, all pedagogy is literally related on how do we engage learners. Their focus is trying to get their students to be engaged when they might not want to be. Now for higher education, they treat it completely different. No, this is not everybody, but most teachers, they just teach. And if you get it, you get it, great. I mean, you're paying to be here, but I'm going to teach the way I've taught for 30 years, the way I learned it, and that's how I'm going to teach it to you. So can you imagine this from a student's perspective where for 13 years, their teachers are doing everything they can to try to engage and make me want to be a part of this learning. And then they transition to college and it's like, hey, here we are. This is how we're going to do it. Good luck. I think higher ed needs to step up. That's my opinion, but I'd love to know your opinions. Is there something I'm missing? Go, throw me your thoughts.
Say in college, your professor is a professor, not a teacher. Even though they get teaching degrees, not rarely, but the what's it called? The stereotype is that they rarely fucking teach that well. Sometimes.
Well, they don't even have teaching degrees. They have degrees in their specialization.
Yeah. Well, some of them do have teaching degrees, but I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure. I think they do get some sort of teaching certification.
And it's more likely to have better, like also we have a different perspective because we're at a community college where they do get hired and raised based on their ability to teach and get people to pass their classes. Unlike at a university where they get paid for their research.
Where they're tenured.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's what I'm saying. It's the whole point is that that professors on the top of their head sometimes is their research, their own work. Very not often is it their students and getting the student that's the farthest behind. Like sometimes when the student that's farthest behind, they just let them. Oh, you gotta drop the class. So that's what I was gonna talk about. But yeah, definitely. Let's watch that.
Tell me you went to a public high school in America without actually telling me it was in America.
Malcolm X came and said racism was bad, but he was really mean about it. And then Martin Luther King came and he was nice. And in 1965, racism ended.
This is so fucking dumb. This is so fucking stupid. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Basically, if you got kind of like anti-black views of history, kind of like ignorant views of history, then yeah, he was born in America.
We need to send the kids back to school in person. They're not learning online. Their parents can't go to work. And we care. We care about children's learning, and it's not effective online. So
this is so funny. I already know what they're going to do.
Okay, sounds good. But they're back now, and they're actually doing a lot worse because we do not have enough staff because people keep getting quarantined. The kids are being watched by random people every day and then still doing their work online. We don't have any safety supplies, and honestly, it's like even worse now because we just don't have the resources we need to do this
Holy
safely
shit.
and effectively. It's just really terrible.
Oh my
for everyone
God.
Involved. But they are still physically in the building, correct? I mean, yeah. Shh. Then it's actually fine, and it is working perfectly. As long as they are physically in the building and their parents can still go to work, this is actually going very well.
This is so fucking funny.
It's really bad. They can't read. That actually does not affect me monetarily, so we are all good here.
Wow, yeah, bro. A lot of people always forget that school is like daycare. And it's just crazy when you don't have school. And it's crazy how people just want people in power just want working class people to go to work. So they're like, yeah, let's go to school so that they don't have to be at home. They can go to school. Fuck.
Some people who are legit like think like they're fucking babysitters.
Well, yeah. On the other hand, I guess teaching, and I guess people always say it like people say it like this: teaching was already hard. The pandemic just made it worse.
Yeah.
Because even before the pandemic, teachers were already doing too much.
Yeah.
And now they're too much times 10. Bro. So I hear what you're saying.
Some of you are really still out here in the year 2021 thinking that asking for consent ruins the
mood. Now here's a perspective that you won't hear a lot. I'm someone that went to college with a bunch of really feminist friends. They ended up getting to me, which is why I always suggest being friends with women and or gay people. Should be. We would always say things like consent is sexy, which I believe it is because I'm a 6'2" black man, which brings this problem up. We don't talk about how there's a lot of people on the receiving side that do not enjoy talking about consent, which is super fucking awkward. I'm like, is this okay? They don't say anything, and I'm like, why aren't you saying anything? And they're like, well, I think it's kind of like weird to talk about it. That's not reassuring. I had a few situations where it's like, is this okay? We're talking about it? I mean, I'm a little too black to not like... Something that people don't get in intersectional feminism. A lot of these things are to protect men and women, and everyone in between. However, people like me a lot of times are forgotten about. Ooh, black man has to ask before sex. That's not the point. My point is, don't make it awkward for people to ask for consent.
No, yeah. Bruh, that's so crazy. I remember when I was in high school. No, not high school. In middle school, I thought, like, if I wanted to kiss somebody, I should just go for it. Now, anytime I want to kiss somebody, I ask them, can I kiss you? Yeah. And I remember thinking, that's such a lame thing to do. Like, kind of what they said, it ruins the mood. Like, you know, imagine you're, like, kind of already leaning in to kind of kiss them. But you should still stop and be like, hey, can I kiss you? Or you know where I start? I start, can I hold your hand? That's what I like, because that's super, I ask for consent. Basically, it's always good to ask for consent. Be like, can I hug you? Can I do this? Like, anything. You know, you want to ask for consent. And I feel like people, that's good because there's like, you're setting boundaries, you know? And it's like, if you don't consent to like being touched or being talked a certain way, then that's good. But that's why it's always good to not assume for a lot of reasons. I mean, yeah, that guy right there was talking like, yeah, bro, like, you know, you heard stories of fucking black guys being accused of sexual assault and rape because of not consent. So he's like, yeah, you know, I gotta ask So I mean, for real, at the same time, relatable, bro. Like at the end of the day, you just gotta be smart, cause there's just you just gotta be smart and respectful, bro. Like, come on, fucking ask for consent.
I think that's also an interesting perspective, especially because it's like usually conservative guys who are like, oh my god, I can't be in a room with a woman because she's gonna accuse me of sexual assault, and it's like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, and it's like,
oh yeah, I've heard that.
Well, you never hear how like a black man like actually appreciates the safety that comes with asking with consistent consent and asking like, hey, can I hold your hand? Can I hug you? Can I kiss you? Because it's like there's safety in doing that while it's happening, while you're on a date or while you're with someone. Like,
yeah, I don't know why people are just not. I don't know why it's not ever shown where people have that convo, because it's such a thing. You gotta have that convo, or else whatever you're building isn't gonna be cool. Like, you're not building a cool relationship. Like, even if you're just trying to be fuck buddies, you still want to talk, or else it's gonna be like it's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be the last time y'all ever talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway. Pro tip: fucking ask for consent. Anyway, next thing.
So I actually had to study the millennial group, my group, whenever at my place of former employment, because we try to get more millennial engagement. Millennials aren't lazy, and we're not inherently depressed. The generation to compare us the most to is what's called the silent generation, the generation before the baby boomers. Now, baby boomers want you to believe they were these amazing radical people, etc., blah, blah, blah. But the people that passed the legislation that led to the Civil Rights Act of 1964, women that were fighting for women's suffrage, equality, taxpayer dollars not being manipulated, was the silent generation. Baby boomers didn't do shit but fuck up our economy. Why do you think everything to them came so cheap and easy? Because the silent generation worked it out for them. Millennials aren't depressed, lazy, unconcerned people. We mind our business. And the thing is, millennials were silenced by baby boomers because they didn't like any of our ideals or ideas. Because they didn't like equality. They didn't like universal health care. They didn't like anything that benefited anyone else because baby boomers are fucking selfish.
Baby boomers.
Every negative thing said about millennials was said by baby boomers. But look who the world relies on.
So today I turned 22. And I don't know how I feel about it.
22? Happy
It's so
birthday.
crazy how time flies by. If I'm being honest, I still feel like I'm 17. Fresh out of high school, working at my old job, trying out college for the first time ever. A lot has happened since then. I've
What do you mean you still feel that way?
I've grown. A lot of ups and downs. You lose friends, or you thought you made friends, and they just never stayed, or they have other friends. But that taught me a great lesson.
God, you're so dramatic.
If you want something in life, go after it.
I like the dramatic.
Don't be afraid to do things
The drama,
on your own.
though.
Make the most of every day, no matter what.
That's true.
And especially, don't compare yourself to anybody else.
Yeah.
We all have different paths in life. So here's a self-portrait of myself at 22 years young.
I think that's why everything he said at first confused me. Because everything he said at first is in relationship to what other people might think. Like, when you're looking at your age and you're thinking, wow, I can't believe I reached age 30, age 50. Like, damn, like, you should think that every day you wake up. Every day you wake up, you should think, wow, I can't believe I am alive and I'm one day older. Rather than thinking about that when you're 50 or when you're 30 or when you're 22. Like, I think it's too much for a little kid to deal with. But I think being from 17 going to 22, that's like a 5-year difference, right? And like, time flies. Yeah, bro, time flies. At the same time, time doesn't fly. It's just what's the word? It's just, I think I have a different perspective on time than this person. I think for me, I definitely get that feeling. The clock and you're like, wow, 1 hour has passed. It felt like a minute, you know? Like, just that already blows my mind. And then when you take that to a bigger scale, it's like, wow, it's been a year, it's been a month, and it's already over. But I think that's the thing. There's never been a story, like a famous story, that kind of illustrates growing up in a more realistic way. Because typically when people have a story of growing up, it's like, it's very linear, you know? The story of growing up, people expect that from 17 to 22, because what he said is he feels like he's still 17. He feels, so my whole point is people as 5 years change, they think that, oh, just because 5 years have changed, now I'm supposed to feel different. I'm supposed to have this. I'm supposed to have that. When in reality, that's not how life really works. You could work 10 years, 20 years, and sometimes nothing happens. And I mean, but that shouldn't mean you shouldn't be grateful. I'm just saying that life is not linear. Life is like a crooked path, and sometimes because of your crooked path, you're gonna be 40 and thinking, wow, I can't believe I'm 40 already. But it just be like that. It just be like that. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It just be like that. Already know about it. You were warned by the Philo-P that it be like that. Love life though. That's why at the end of the day, he said live life to the fullest and don't give a fuck about what anyone else thinks. And that's exactly why I said, I brought up what I said about stories. Because a lot of times we base what we're expecting to happen on stories. Like we're expecting our life. And I mean, sometimes they're fake stories, sometimes they're real stories. Like the story of Marsha P or of Belle, you know? There's real life stories of what did people do as the years progressed and as they got older. But you should never compare yourself to these people in that way. Maybe look up to them, but like, you know, when you compare, sometimes you get jealous, you feel insecure. You know, you should get inspired, if anything. That should be the takeaway. You know, get inspired. Like this person is clearly very talented. I mean, they fucking did this with a fucking crayon. I just noticed. So they're very talented. I mean, see, that's the thing. That's why I feel like for me, I'm never shook that time has passed by. Because I see, for example, where I'm at today. And every day that I see where I'm at today, I think about how life has changed. Like this person, how can they not look at their art and just think like, wow, time has clearly gone by because my art is fucking fire. So I think to me, you could always tell, and it's just about, you know, being okay with it. I guess being at peace. Study peace. Anyway, on to the next thing.
I don't understand
Pro
how
tip.
people overcome poverty in
Pro
America.
tip,
I
peace.
really don't. You know?
Learn about peace.
I've been working since I was 16 years old. Helped pay my parents' mortgage when I was still in high school. I'm 32 years old now.
You don't know if she's playing or serious with the cry. You know what I'm saying?
I have a mortgage. I don't have kids. I don't have anything to show for all this time that I've paid into the system. I went to college. I have a bachelor's degree. My parents never graduated college.
That's so sad.
Graduated high school. I'm working on my second bachelor's degree, hoping that this one sticks. You know, like I was paying for nursing school, half loan, half out of pocket, and COVID hit. And now I'm looking at my last quarter of nursing school and I'm realizing I'm not going to be able to graduate. I'm literally out of money. And not because I failed classes or I did something wrong. I did everything right. It's just because I'm poor. I was born poor. I'm still poor. They want me to die
so
poor.
Sad.
I don't know how you guys do it.
I don't know how you guys do it. Oh my gosh. Damn. Well, that's so she's not playing. At first, you're like, man, is she playing? Is this a joke? No, she's dead ass. That's so fucking true. You know, honestly, me as a person who's 21 versus them who's a person who's 30 something, bruh, I guess first thing, when you pick a major, pick something that sticks. You get what I'm saying? She just said, oh, I'm going my second I mean, okay, not for you, but for y'all younger people, just listen to that. You know, college isn't for everybody. Really, this is what I hate. People don't value trades. You know, honestly, don't even go to fucking college. Don't take a loan. Why are you gonna take a loan? Fucking get a trade. Fucking get money. Like, man, people are so it's cause no one tells you that. That's why I always tell my nieces about money. Cause yeah, bro, you gotta have this hustler mentality if you really want to leave poverty. Cause most Americans and people are born in poverty, and leaving poverty is like such a big deal. That's the thing I would say. Fucking wow. Fucking understand that school. It's so fucking fucked up because, you know, when you're 17, when you're 16, it's so predatory going to school. But nah, you got to really think about that shit. I mean, she was going through a lot. She had to pay mortgages. She fucking all this bullshit with her parents. So I don't blame her for not really thinking it through. Thinking, you know, all of it. Because some people, they end up taking a loan for school. And then year 2, they realize what they picked in, it's not for them. And then how do they go about changing? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, also consider community college. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't do all that dumb bullshit. What else would I consider? Okay, also study.
Oh, well, these kids are being told that community college isn't real college.
Is it real college? Oh my God, they're so fucking stupid. This is what I'm saying. This relates back to what I just said about how people like watch films, watch shows, watch stupid ass shit, and they think that's how life should be. And I brought up real people too. You know, there's real life people who really, you know, went to school. They went to school and it worked out for them, but that doesn't work for everybody. You know, not everyone has that privilege. I mean, me personally, I wanted to get a PhD in physics, but that's not gonna work out for me because I same thing. I'm in a very similar position with her. I gotta help out my family too, which means I can't do that PhD program because that's gonna take like 10 to 12 years. So what I did is I changed to engineering. I love engineering. It's just not as much as physics, but I'm gonna do engineering because I can, you know, help pay bills at that point. So you see what I'm doing? Like, I'm already understanding, but on the offside, I'm doing businesses, and that's the thing. Kind of a sidebar, bro. I hate it when I meet an engineer or when I'm on researching and there's an engineer who like graduated as an engineer, works as an engineer, and they hate it. So what they did is they started like a drop shipping company, or they started like some sort of e-commerce bullshit, and that's how they're fucking supporting themselves right now. So it's so fucking annoying. I guess what I'm trying to say is really, because she said, man, I've been paying into the system for so long. Sometimes that's the problem, paying into the system, like, or having faith in the system kind of blindly, you know, because what my homie said, people who are in support of the system kind of look down on shit like community college or shit like that. But at the same time, those same people want you to take a loan for college or some bullshit like that. So what do those people really know? Fuck. This is a long episode, but damn, especially this one, man. This lady, she's so legit. Like, she's like, damn. She's like, how am I gonna do it? Well, I mean, it's okay. You don't have to graduate this semester. I mean, shit, but I get it. She's like thinking, man, I worked so hard. I was about to be a nurse. And then this happened. Man, that's so sad and scary. Like, relatable, man. Fuck. I just kind of want to sit on this, but I guess we gotta move on. Anyway, I hope my tips help people. I guess get into business. That was what I'm gonna say. Get into business. Fucking whatever you do, you gotta know business too. And to know business, you gotta know people. Anyway, hustle mentality. What else? Yeah, get into business.
This is what LA is about. Pupusas, weed, and views. This is my reason for living. Take the weed out, take the pupusas out. I'm out.
Oh my God, this video and the last video, they're so fucking different. What the fuck? But he's so fucking right. Oh my God. I'm still kind of like shaking from the last video, and this video is like pupusas, weed, and views. I mean, I fucking feel you, my nigga, but I mean, at the same time, nah. Thank you so much for watching. Man, I got a little deep in there talking about fucking poverty. Man, we should talk about that more. We should have like kind of a thing about that, because I feel like that's something I can talk about personally, because I'm going through that shit currently. You feel me? I'm going to community college because fuck going to university. I'm trying to get a full ride. But that's the problem. Even when you get a full ride, see, I didn't want to do that shit out of high school, because what if I didn't like physics or engineering or whatever, you know? Now that I'm older, I know I love that shit and I want to do that shit, but back then I still wasn't so sure. So, you know, it's okay to be not sure. Fucking take the safer route. Why you take the other route? Anyway, yeah, we'll talk about that more, famo. So far, though, we just got what we got right now. You know, we're gonna make more videos about it. Hopefully you're here. You're gonna be here if you subscribe, hit the bell, if you like, comment. Also, I want to thank our sponsors, you, because you're watching this and you're gonna help me get to 1,000 followers, right? 1,000 subscribers, right? So we can monetize this channel. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. We can monetize the channel, get some money in my pocket, and I won't be so poor like that person. I'm fucking poor as fuck too. I mean, not that poor, you know, but I don't got a mortgage. I don't own a house. I don't own property. I want to own property. Anyway, like, subscribe, check out my SoundCloud. Oh, I gotta write this down. Check out my SoundCloud at the bottom. Check out my Instagram, check out my Twitter, check out my YouTube, because I have another YouTube channel where I post videos, music videos. And check out my editor, Alfredo, at the bottom. Check out their stuff too. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Hope you have a good one. Stay safe. Bye. Or hasta luego.